Hello again. I am personally quite indifferent to homosexuality. I do not consider it an ideal activity, any more than I favour polygamy, adultery, dogging, and other variations on traditional marriage, but it is essentially up to consenting adults what they do in the privacy of their own home. The problem is, though, that in the case of homosexuality, we are now being bombarded with public images of it, and anybody who raises their eyebrows at the flood of explicit depictions of homosexual acts is regarded as being at best a prude and at worst a homophobe who's probably guilty of some sort of hate crime. I do not want to look at pictures of people committing adultery, or scenes showing two men and a woman, or sodomy, or anything else of the kind. By all means indulge in your own passions, but why make an exhibition of it? I cannot help but notice that the post office has brought out a series of 8 stamps, all of them showing homosexuals and various types of activity, and why they've chosen to do such a thing is a complete mystery to me. The thumbnail to this video shows one of these stamps, and we can see several interesting points when we examine it closely. The first thing we notice when looking at this particular stamp is that 85% of the people shown are not white. This is precisely the opposite of the real state in Britain, where more than 85% of the population are white. I have no idea why the post office thought it clever to reverse the proportions in this way. The black children shown on this stamp are the only children shown on any of the 8 new stamps. I have no idea what the black person and the white one are up to on the right of the picture. I suppose that it might be a man in a kilt committing some sort of act upon a black person, but that's only a guess. One very curious feature of the stamps is that when you total up the number of people shown on the 8 stamps and then divide them up by ethnicity, you find that a third, 33% or so, are black. Since black people only make up 3% of this country's population, that means that somebody has deliberately set out to show 10 times as many black people as are actually present in the general population. Black people are not overrepresented in the gay community, quite the opposite actually, so that can't be the reason. I'm puzzled by this, and I assume the artist was instructed to mislead folk in that way. Why on earth we want to have letters covered in images of same-sex couples, I really don't know. But then I don't know either why the new 50p coin is covered in rainbow flags and slogans from the gay pride movement. There is all the difference in the world between accepting or tolerating practices in which you do not choose to participate and having pictures of them land on your doormat when the morning post arrives. I do not inject heroin myself, but I'm quite happy for others to do so if they wish, but I don't want to have to watch them doing it. I would draw the line if postage stamps were produced which had pictures of people shooting up on them. What purpose would this serve? I do not discuss my own sexual practices for the simple reason that they are nobody else's affair. I can't understand why so many homosexuals seemingly have an overwhelming desire to have their own activities in this field made public. From being the love which dare not speak its name, it's become the love which never shuts up telling the world all about it.